Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. We are going to have a conversation this evening. Um, Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Paper Excellence Podcast. And, well, this is the atmosphere of America. So I'm going to ask some questions. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm just here to listen. I'm here to engage. As far as politics is concerned, I guess you could say you vote for your best interest, but what are your interests? It's it's weird. But what I want to talk about is this situation with this alleged. Now I don't want to say alleged. An attempt on Trump's life, and we're going to engage. But I needed an opinion on this actual attempt, because I'm still on the fence about some things. So, of course, my only line of reference would be, military personnel. So salute to y'all. Mac of the South, 704 Joe, Jeff Spark, Eric Jordan, Derek Gaines, the legend, Amanize, my sis. Hey Hardy, salute sis, how are you? The beautiful love is the word. Rod Neal, Todd Swindle, Chill Time Majors, Mind of Mansa Musa, ES in the building, Tim TV, Frank from the land. And y'all remember Maxwell Smart? Missed it by that much. Remember Get Smart? It's a great show. He actually had a movie back in the 80s based off of the TV series. Missed it by that much. Well, this guy missed. But I just want to hear different opinions about what people think about this attempt. Pinball player, Hen Dog, salute. So what I decided to do, I heard my brother Trill Will cooking on it earlier, and he made some good points. So I brought my brother on to give his opinion and maybe shed some light on things that average citizens like myself, my only, as far as I go, as far as that is concerned, is paramilitary. But there's things that I clearly don't understand. And he made some great points. I was in the gym earlier listening to him cook, so I had to bring him up here, and I want him to reiterate on those points that I didn't even think of. So my brother Trill Will, salute.
Salute to you, bro.
Man, give it to me, brother. Give it to me.
Okay.
Let me know what's up, man. Because all I know is I cut on the TV and somebody bust a shot at him. And based off of the crowd, let me give you my perspective. I said, okay, someone tried to take his life. Okay. Funny how you said that this was going to happen a while ago, and they're taking Biden's words and spinning it out of context. He made some sort of comment about getting him or whatever. So now we're on some gangster rap warfare.
Right.
All right. Now we're on some gangster rap stuff now. Funny. There was a whole campaign to kill gangster rap in the 80s and 90s. And now we got the president and the president to be, now they're busting shots at each other, but whatever. So now
that's crazy.
The audience is saying, hey man, we told the police there's some dude climbing up on top of this building, and they're like, the police ain't doing anything. Now, I'm no expert, but there was a guy that that was in the middle of it, and he said he was standing next to the dude that actually ate the bullet and got killed. Mm-hmm. He said he was talking to somebody. He was like, man, if somebody wanted to do something, they could have did it. There's trees over there, and they was talking about how they didn't feel safe. But You know what set yourself at ease? That good old U.S. government got your back.
Right.
But if they got your back, you best to watch your front.
Right.
So now, if the audience is pointing at this guy climbing the top of the building, and law enforcement is like, all right, today I heard the police officer went up the ladder and the dude that shot at Trump pointed at the cop, and the cop went back down the ladder, rightfully so, because he don't want to eat that bullet.
Right.
And he shoots the shot at Trump. Now there's a picture of the bullet that they caught, like on film, and so it grazed his ear. Now I was listening to your live. Educate me, because I don't know. Educate me and the people that don't know about the key word that you said, trajectory, and how he was hit.
Gotcha.
Educate me on that, because I know nothing.
First and foremost, I just got to give everybody a background of how I can come up with the thesis that I did come up with. First off, I'm a 2-time combat veteran, sergeant in the United States Marine Corps, expert rifle shooter, expert pistol shooter, and pet qual, all the way up from my second year in the Marine Corps all the way till I got out. I understand trajectory, windage, rear aperture, breathing patterns, and all that shit. So that being said, I had a question today on the live I did earlier. Donald Trump supposedly got hit by an AR-15 style rifle, right? So if he got hit by an AR-15 style rifle and they caught him on the top of the ear and he falls forward, so the trajectory means that that bullet was coming straight to him, like coming straight here. Don't y'all think it would be like right if the bullet hit his ear and he had blood splatter on his hair and on his white shirt that he was wearing? Because if y'all go back and look at the picture that they got on the New York Times and Time Magazine, the New York Post, all big major publications, they showed this picture of him with his fist down under the American flag. Why is it that he has blood on the front of his face, but no blood on the back? Now they said that bullet hit the teleprompter. Okay, that brings the next question. So you mean to tell me the shard of glass got hit from the teleprompter, reverted back like a boomerang, and hit him and cut him so it bled down the front of his face? Yeah, and I'm a white man from Indiana. Question number 2. The shooter was approximately, oh, there it is. There's the picture right there. Look, on his face. And if you look on that picture right there on the top left-hand corner, right there with his fist down to the American flag, right there. There you go. You see that picture right there? There's a close-up picture of that picture, and all you see is blood on his ear and on his face. So if you got hit by a bullet, like they're going on and on and on and on in the media about, they've been on the news, every news, major news, freaking publication.
How is it not on his shirt?
Right. It's not a speck of blood on his white shirt. He's wearing a white button-up shirt. A white shirt. Now, if he was wearing any other color shirt, then, I mean, that leaves room to question. I mean, I couldn't really question that because he's wearing a dark color shirt. No, this is a white shirt on a white man. If he got shot and hit like they said he did, and they talking about, oh, almost an inch. An inch, it could have been a civil war. I call bullshit. Trajectory. If I was to shoot someone with a .223 round and hit them going this way, looking at them, and it goes, that bullet hits them, that blood splatter is going to splatter on the shirt and on the back of his hair. There wasn't a speck of blood on his shirt. There wasn't a speck of blood there nowhere. You can't find a speck of blood on that shirt. Nowhere. Number 2, the shooter was approximately about 400 feet away from the president. Well, he ain't the president. That con job, he called himself the president. That shooter was 400 feet, which is what 400 meters away. 400 meters away from the location. So he's on top of a roof of a building where they were having that Klan rally. Don't y'all think that the potential candidate for the United States president, they're going to send out people to recon that area to make sure there's all safe spots and there's no possible way the president could be in any kind of danger or anything like that. Don't y'all
They
think
send him
they
up
do
there
that?
a week before, I think. Didn't they say they sent him
Yes.
up there like weeks before?
They send them up there 2 to 3 weeks before they go out there to actually do like a rally or anything like that for any potential
And
candidate
don't
for
they-
the United States president.
Not to cut you off, but don't they also get data on people that live in the area who are on some potential watch lists? And this dude was actually on a watch list. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Drew. Guess what? My wife made me aware of something else. If you notice on that clip when Donald Trump was getting supposedly shot at, notice his head was turned like in the same manner of where that bullet hit it supposedly hit his ear. So his head turned in the same motion. So that would have mean that blood splatter would have most definitely would have been on his shirt and on his hair, on that dog fur he calls hair. That shit was nowhere. There was nothing up there. Nothing. There's not a speck of blood on his hair at all.
When he's facing the audience, if you can see the map,
Mhm.
when he's facing the audience, that's the Trump stage. He's facing the audience.
Yep.
The dude busts a shot,
Mhm.
right? So they're saying that if he didn't turn his head, he'd have ate it in the side of his head. That's what they're saying.
Right.
But
Right.
as fate would have it, he turned and it grazed his ear
Right.
and it hit somebody.
Yep.
And he has a white shirt and there was no blood on it.
Exactly. So how is it like, Drew? Understand this trajectory. It's something that's going forward. Physics says that if something's going forward and it's something that's liquid, like blood that contains water, your body is 90% water.
Right.
Water in blood is going to when it hits it, it's going to go. But there's no test that you can show me as somebody who's done had experience with firearms. There's no test you can show me where someone gets hit coming face on and the blood goes the opposite way. I know all y'all done probably watch like the crime shows like CSI or y'all watch A&E. Everybody's watched that shit. There is no way possible that you can tell me that somebody who gets hit coming this way and a bullet flies past their head this way and they duck down, that they don't have blood splatter all over their shirt. His head turned with the bullet. So that would have only pushed the trajectory of that blood splatter onto his shirt. Now, these ain't conspiracy theories. This is just facts. Like, look at any case. You can pull any case you want to. You can go to 1981. Ronald Reagan gets an assassination attempt on him. Watch how fast the Secret Service moved him out of the way.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because I remember that happened. That shit happened when I was about 6 years old.
Yep.
I remember that being all over the news. And that dude got he ran up on Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
He ran up on him. That was like, yo, what the hell? How did he get that close? Mm-hmm. But in reference to this situation, first of all, could that dude with the firearm that he was using, could a real marksman have used that firearm to make that direct hit?
Yeah, that would have been an easy shot.
So that was an official weapon he was using. He could have really gotten the job done.
Known distance. We use what's called a known distance setup. Basically, while known distance course is basically 200 meters, 300 meters, 500 meters. Okay. And the M16A2 is capable. It has an effective range of 500 meters, and you can hit your target. And I'm telling you, I've hit many targets from far distances off of 450 to 500 meters away. I've done it before.
So what's the background of this? Because I've known limited stuff. What's the background of this kid? That first of all, how old is he? I don't know who he is. I don't know his name. I just saw a picture.
His name is Thomas Cooks. He's from Benton, Pennsylvania, and he was a registered Republican. He was part of a right-wing extremist group. And when he first got out there, here's brings question number 2: how is it possible that this young man can scale a ladder, bring a ladder and an AR-15 with rounds, climb up to the top of this building, and just lay there with people videotaping it? And there's video proof. I showed it on my video earlier. If you want to go watch it, it's there. He climbs on top of this building and has more than enough time to get line of sight, to check his windage. He'll text his girlfriend, whatever. There were people filming him laying on top, getting in position.
Did he have any training? Did it mention him having any training in this?
No. Dude, just
He
a
just
regular
did it.
old schmuck. He's just a regular old schmuck that just did it.
So that's
All the
probably why
right-wing
he missed.
extremist group. Yep, that's why he missed. Had it been somebody trained like me, I wouldn't have missed.
That's what I was saying. I said that guy can't be military because the military would have popped his head off.
No, it wouldn't
So
have.
now-
He wasn't military at all.
So now, if we're saying that he's not trained, and that's why he missed, what's the sucker play here? If it's a setup,
he had a scope though. He had a
He had a
scope.
what?
But he had a scope on that rifle.
all right. But what's the sucker play? What are we saying as far as if this is set up? Are you saying is it possible? Because I'm not saying much. I'm just trying to like engage and figure out what this is. Are we saying it's a possibility that he was offered something and he didn't collect? Because I tell you, he didn't miss. Law enforcement didn't miss him.
Nope.
They lit his ass up.
Not at all.
They didn't miss.
But Drew, you got to think of something. January 6th, Ashley Babbitt stepped inside of the White House, and she was a veteran of the Air Force. She walked inside. She made herself a sacrificial lamb for Donald Trump's cause. They parade her name around like everything. They try to make this woman out to be a martyr when she was a traitor to her own country. Who's to say that Donald Trump didn't convince, or his campaign didn't convince this young man to throw his life away, and they try to make him sound like we're going to make you a martyr? It ain't beyond the pale for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is trying to do any and everything to retain power once again. If this man was willing to send fake electors, if this man was willing to send his band of merry hillbillies up to the White House to scale the walls, the shit and piss all over the walls, to go and look for Nancy Pelosi, for all of this other stuff, you got to think about it. Look at the history of the person that's yelling out, somebody shooting. Look at the person who's talking about violence. Donald Trump is he's a proprietor of violence. His whole campaign is nothing but violence. Knock the crap out of him. They're fine people on both sides. When Heather Hale got killed in Charlottesville. Look at everything this man did. You even got people, his supporters coming out saying, "Man, Barack Obama is the reason for all of this." They trying to say Joe Biden is the reason for this. But 1 minute Joe Biden is too incoherent to even form a coherent sentence. Then next thing you know, he's a mastermind who could put together this young Republican who climbs on top of a roof, lays there with his father's AR-15, and lets off a couple of rounds at the former president of the United States of America, who's supposed to be surrounded by Secret Service. And there's a question about the Secret Service. All right, what's the number one rule within the Secret Service? Because I've done A&I duty in Washington, D.C. So I kind of understand what their protocol is. Their protocol is to protect the president of the United States with their very own lives. Yep. That means they will not have that president out there. Y'all tell me, when somebody could have the president of the United States who had just got shot at, have him shot at multiple times. Mm-hmm. You don't know if there's one shooter or two shooters or three shooters. You don't know who's out there. All you know is there were shots that rang out at the former president of the United States, and boom, that we got to get him to safety. You've got to protect the asset. So when have y'all ever seen Secret Service give their asset the opportunity to not only expose his chest cavity, but expose his head for another shot?
When he got up and pumped his fist, I said, "What the hell?
Fight.
Yep.
Fight.
Yep.
For what?
They're supposed to keep him low and get him out of there.
Yep, they're supposed to keep them low and keep their bodies. Look, if you look at there was an incident that happened at a Trump rally in 2016. In the video, I bookmarked it on Twitter too. There was an incident that happened where there was an alleged somebody that was protesting Trump's Trump at the doggone rally and stuff and whatnot. The Secret Service got Trump out of there so fast, in the same manner that Ronald Reagan got escorted out of there when that assassination attempt happened to him. Now, you tell me what's the difference between then 2016 and 2024 with the modern technologies that we have. You mean to tell me that the Secret Service knew that somebody was on that roof, knew somebody had a firearm pointed at the former president of the United States, and they did absolutely nothing about it? And then after the chaos happened, you have this man take a whole photo out under the American flag with his fist in the air so that America can then make him the same martyr they tried to make Ashley Babbitt into.
This is
this is the same dude. This is the same trick. Donald Trump does the same trick over and over and over and over. Look what happened today in his case against with Jack Smith. They dismissed that. Eileen Cannon dismissed that case, saying that he was illegally appointed when he wasn't. Everybody with two eyes know he wasn't. It's going to get appealed, go to the 11th Circuit, return it over, and they're going to file under a new judge. Trump he put all these people in place for a reason. Now, Trump is a lot of things. Smart ain't one of them, but a con man, he's very much is. Look at all the stuff. There's videos of a lady in a black hat that was sitting right behind Donald Trump. She sat down and took her phone out. She had her phone up just like this. Calm as day. When have y'all ever been around and heard shots go off anywhere or seen videos where shots go off and people are that calm and they just sit down with their phones out recording, looking for a shooter? You don't even know if there's one, maybe two or three shooters out there. You don't know who's out there. Since when, Drew? When have y'all ever seen it? I've never seen it ever.
If y'all, I don't know what y'all attention span is on things like this, but there's a movie that talks about something like this. It's called Shooter, and there's another movie, Shooter, and there's another movie talking about the act and the different. What was it called? Was it called Vantage Point? Where there was a terrorist attack somewhere, and like there's 4 or 5 witnesses, and they're telling the stories about where they were when the bombs went.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember that movie. Hold on, let me look.
What's the name of that movie? And salute to Derek Gaines, the legend, part of the P.E.P for 10 months. He said, "Here's what's bothering me. Why would they set this up when Trump was leading in the polls? It's not the first time they have set people up." Yeah, let me tell you something. It's no different from, y'all remember that suicide bomber epidemic? Back. Those were rich people in the Middle East convincing the poor people of all ages to blow yourself up with as Americans, and you go to heaven and you'll get like 8 goats and 50 virgins. I mean, you're convincing people of that. So I don't know what this mental state of this. It's funny how all the sickos end up with these high-powered weapons, but whatever, man.
Hey, Drew, you're right. That movie's called Vantage Point. It had Forrest Whitaker in it. Yeah. Right. There was different. There's Dennis. It had Dennis Quaid and Forrest Whitaker in it. Yeah. I have another question, Drew. And matter of fact, I'll answer Derek Gaines his question. Salute to you, Derek. I answer your question. Okay. Project 2025. Nobody really knew about it. Like there was a whole there's people who are really, really dug into politics, like me. Like I'm a politics nerd. But you have people that like the normal American, they really didn't know, nor did they care about what 2025 was. It sounded like a conspiracy theory until you go on project2025.org and you actually look at what they're trying to do. It's 922 pages long. I went through and read all of it. I got nothing but time every day. When I'm driving in between jobs, I can put the audio on, let it read to me. And I can just listen to some of the disgusting stuff they're ready to do. So Project 2025 was gaining traction in mainstream media, and people were starting to talk and ask questions about it. So you have that. Then you have Donald Trump on trial. He's got 34 felonies now he's been convicted of. Then he had a trial down in Florida with these documents that just got dismissed that's going to get overturned. Then he got the case in New York City again. Then he had the E. Jean Carroll case. He had all this negative publicity, and then everybody was talking about Joe Biden, whether it be negative or positive. They're talking about his age, this, that, and the third, but they weren't talking about Trump. Trump is a narcissist. He's a straight narcissist. This dude literally thrives on fucking attention on himself. Trump had to do something extreme to get the negative limelight off himself and turn himself into the quote unquote good guy. And let Joe Biden look like the old guy who don't know a coherent thought or whatever, whatnot. So who's to say Donald Trump, if he didn't send all those people to the White House sent all of them to the White House to try to overthrow the government. And the same guy had his band of hillbillies ready to murk his vice president. And they was walking around the Capitol yelling out, hang Joe Biden, hang Joe Biden. Who's to say this man wouldn't go out of his way to set something up like this? Y'all think this is beyond Donald Trump? Nah, homie. Donald Trump is a scam artist. He's a solid gold scam artist. He's been a scam artist for the longest. That's why he got over 4,600 lawsuits against him right now. And then also on that, the icing on the cake was the Epstein files got unsealed a couple weeks back. And they showed Donald Trump in this case about Katie Johnson, who was 13 at the time. And there was another young lady by the name of Marie, who was 12 at the time. And Donald Trump forced on her. And it's on doc. It's not me just saying, I don't have to say allegedly for this. This is on docket. This is public record. The Freedom of Information Act allows you to go in. You can see it yourself. You can see Katie Johnson's testimony yourself, talking about the disgusting things Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump did to him. And the mainstream media has not said a word about it. Matter of fact, Ted Lieu, one of the congressmen, came up during a press conference and said, hey, the Epstein files just got unsealed. I wonder why y'all ain't talking about that. Y'all got to understand what's at stake. Donald Trump, if he does not win this presidency, his life is over with. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. And look, everybody keeps talking about age with Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Donald Trump is 3 years younger than Joe Biden. What's the damn difference? What's the difference, man? Both of them crazy. Both of them don't know their way from out of a wet paper bag. They're the same. There's nothing different between either one of them. Donald Trump just know how to tell lies off the whim because he's used to lying. This dude ain't nothing but a habitual liar. I've never seen somebody be so fact-checked as much as Donald Trump. So who's to say this is beyond the pale for him to set this whole scheme up? Oh, Donald Trump had an assassination attempt, but the call was coming from in the house. It wasn't some crazy rage left-wing goofball that was setting up, or some transsexual goofball that set up there and did that. It was a right-wing Republican who did that. And these are the same Republicans that turned down every freaking gun reform law or gun reform bill that was ever presented to Congress or Senate. The same ones and the same style guns that people trying to get off the streets. But hey, who am I? I'm just a taxpaying citizen, dog. A former veteran who got a couple of combat experiences under his belt and shot plenty of guns. But I'm just telling y'all, Donald Trump set this shit up. They set this was the coup de grace right here. Donald Trump's trying to shift the pole just like he did with Hillary Clinton. When James Comey came out with the bullshit email shit, which didn't materialize to a motherfucking thing. All it materialized to is taking her name off the top where she was going and put Trump right up there. It threw her whole freaking campaign off the balance. As soon as James Comey came out and said, well, we're reinvestigating something that, what came out of that? What came out of that, Drew? Nothing. Not enough. She just lost. That's it. And then everything that woman said, she was telling the truth about Donald Trump. The man's a freaking liar. And he will stop at anything. He won't stop at nothing to gain power. Why do y'all think Putin wants him in power and not NATO? Hello?
Let me talk to you about what's this guy's name that's running with Donald? Vander. Let me talk to him real quick. Let me talk about him real quick. Yeah. I did some real quick homework on him. And I recognize who he was because he has a beard now. Mm-hmm. But he was on Trump's bumper a few years ago, wasn't he?
JD Vance?
Yep. Yeah, man. I was like, whoa.
You seen his book?
Huh?
You seen his book, The Hillbilly Eulogy?
Yeah, I did.
You might want to read that.
Bro, I didn't read it, but I did some quick research on him, the things that he's been quoted. He talked about Trump like how everyone else talked about Trump. Scam artist. Mm-hmm. I believe there was some sexual assault and he was on Trump's bumper. Now he's his running mate. What the hell changed? I don't know what changed. But let me get back to this missed shot. If this is all a setup, are you saying that the bullet not only missed Donald, mm-hmm. But could it be he was actually aiming at the dude that he actually shot?
Could be.
And when they threw Trump on the floor, they put some ketchup on his head or something.
Yeah, or they could have did like wrestlers used to. They used to nick themselves and make themselves bleed all the time.
Yeah, they what they call it? There's a word for it. I forgot. I know what you're talking about. Just take a little razor.
They used to have a little blade in their hand. Like when Ric Flair would get punched in the head, it'll cut his head. Because I remember a fight between Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. It was a bunkhouse stampede, 1987. Mm-hmm. And Ric Flair was in the corner. Dusty Rhodes was punching him. Next thing you know, Ric Flair bleeding like a stuck pig.
Yep, and it looks more than what it is. It's a little nick by the hairline, and it bleeds. Yep. Looks worse than what it is.
Yep.
It's a little worse than it is.
Again, Drew, if you put all this stuff together, the trajectory of that bullet, well, they allegedly said he got hit with a bullet first. Then they said he got hit with a piece of the teleprompter first. And if you go back and look at the print, there's another clip of the so-called Secret Service agents telling the photographers to walk around the stage and come to the front of the stage. And like not even 10 seconds after they walk around to the front of the stage, the shots rang out. Then there's pictures online.
It was telling them to get out the way. It was like it was telling them to get out the way.
Yeah. Because this is about to be epic. And then, matter of fact, Donald Trump said last week something huge is about to happen. He said it on Truth Social. See, the more time, like Drew, do you realize how much power is in what you say? As time reveals all truth. Do you realize as much time passes by, all this stuff starts coming out, falling into place? It all fall into place. It just blocks just falling into place.
Are they gonna dig in this kid's social media, his phone records, who he's been talking to?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Do you think they're gonna get to the bottom of, like, because always with guys like this, it's a building point,
right?
You know, who they were talking to, who he was texting, who he was tweeting, and they might go back maybe a few years,
right?
But they have to, because they said they were watching him anyway. Now, why were they watching him? Because I don't know everything.
Right.
But why were they watching him in the first place?
Right, because he possibly said something or made a post like he's going to save America or something crazy like that. You know how these Trump supporters are? They all are the same. They have the same MO. Trump did the grave mistake of making a bunch of brainless people feel like they're very, very powerful. That's what he did. Now you got this 20-year-old kid who threw his life away to get up and pop off shots at the former president of the United States, knowing that he have Secret Service around him. But my question to you, Drew, was that really Secret Service or not?
I
don't think it was.
Right? I want to know the names and badge numbers.
Right.
Should we be able to? I mean,
Freedom of Information Act. We should be able to see that. They're employees of us. We pay taxes for that. Yeah, we could. We should be able to. You ever tried? No, I haven't tried to look up Secret Service agents.
Oh no, because when it comes to looking up law enforcement, it's a deep. You already know what time it is. It gets real deep. Salute to Boxer Fan Times 4. He says this was fake. How you get hit with an AR and your ear don't get blown off? Instead of getting out of there, you choose to strike a pose. Bro, it all looks.
I'm telling you, it's sus. And that was the next thing I was going to talk about. Like, do you know what a round from an AR, what it would do to the human body? Do you know why they're trying their hardest to outlaw that freaking gun? Because of the fact when that round impacts, it's worse than a hollow tip round. A hollow tip round goes in small and expands because the shrapnel from the bullet goes in and expands like a mushroom. A 223 round has more shrapnel. So what do you think it's gonna do? It would have tore his whole. It would have looked like Two-Face off of Batman. It would have tore his face off.
So that thing so they telling us that he was so lucky that when that kid popped the shot, he was lucky that he turned and it grazed his ear. Because you see him he flinched and grabs his ear, but it hit some guy who was a father.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if it was that bad of a setup.
You got to remember, Trump ain't the smartest tool in the toolbox, bro. You got to remember that.
They sacrificed that guy? You think they told him to go up there and just take somebody out?
Did he sacrifice Ashley Babbitt?
Oh wow.
Bro,
I'm just asking, 'cause I don't know.
you gotta look back at what happened. You gotta look at who we talking about here. Now, if this was some other dude, like if this was Joe Biden or somebody like that, that gives me cause to believe that something like this could possibly happen to him. Being that all the rhetoric that's been talked about Joe Biden, the last news cycle, I could believe that. But Donald Trump, the same Donald Trump who picked that Paul Pelosi for getting hit in the head with a hammer because one of his crazy sick fans went over to his house. Sure,
that's crazy.
Sure.
Salute to my brother Smoke and Talk in the building, man. We got to get up, good brother. He said, "Yo, what we doing in this country, brother? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just listening to everything. People saying it's real. People are questioning it. I wanted to talk to the pros. I wanted to start because I knew Trill Will has experience in this stuff. I want to know from an actual shooter, does this make sense? And you're actually today I was listening to you, and there's a dude in my gym who so happened to have similar. He was in the Army. Right. He had similar credentials to you, and he was telling me. He said, "Look, ain't no way, bro." He said, "I ain't gonna say it out loud, but he said, ain't no way." And I was like, "Why?" He said, "Man, first of all, I know that kid was in the military because he said I'm not missing that.
No, not that close."
And he said, "You mean to tell me that at the particular moment when he turned his head, that's when he popped the shot, and he just so happened to turn, and the bullet whizzes, skins his ear, and lays into somebody else, and he's the one that told me." He said, "Man, he was aiming for that dude. The bullet ain't touched Trump, but he said those dudes threw some shit on him." Because he said the same thing you said today. Today he said that blood, the way it was on his head, that's not from the direction where the bullet came. I said, "Bro, I don't know, bro."
Somebody was shooting him from behind, bro. Somebody would have had to be shooting him from behind for that blood to be on his face like that. It would have had to been. Man. Matter of fact, even if he would have fell down forward, and as soon as he would have came down, they would have went the same direction as the blood splatter that when that bullet hit his ass.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate. Let me challenge you because you're the professional. And Smoke and Talk, hell yeah, I'm gonna hit you, brother. Hell yeah. Let me challenge that because this is the same thing I asked you on your live today. Now, by now, a lot of us have seen the assassination of JFK.
Yep.
Horrible thing. When I saw that, the first time I saw it was back like in junior high school. I was like in 7th grade. And what I noticed was we was like, hold on. When he was shot, from where they said the bullet hit him, he went like this.
Right.
So there was like that his head went in the wrong direction.
Right.
And the way the teacher explained it was, you know, like how someone sneaks up on you and tap you and you go like this first. But I said, this is not a tap. This is a projectile hitting him. I would think if it hit him the way it hit him, he would have went forward and then back.
Right.
So then there lies from people back then when it happened, it was like the person that they said where they shot him from, that wasn't the guy that shot him. They were saying it was probably somewhere else, but it's one of the biggest quote unquote mysteries.
Right.
I'm no expert. So you've seen it. I know you've seen it.
Right.
Your response to that, how do you explain that?
Do you remember? I said it earlier. Do you remember Paul Mooney did a section on Dave Chappelle's show, called himself Negrodonis, and that man said JFK got hit with a magic bullet. Now that's been the going. Like, as funny as it sounds, he was telling some real truth right there. For a long time, that's been one of the rigmaroles of conspiracy theories all around the world. Conspiracy theories say that he got hit with a magic bullet because the way they said he supposedly got hit, he would have went forward, then came backwards, instead of the opposite way, the way he actually went.
Right.
There ain't no other way to explain that. Trajectory, again, trajectory is nothing but physics. It's nothing but just the kinetic energy from that bullet protruding out of that firearm and it hitting the target, and the force from the motion and the gravity that's coming off that round is gonna make your body move some type of way. I ain't never seen somebody get shot here and then move this way. You ain't never seen it. Nobody's ever seen it. Let somebody get hit in the chest and then see what direction their body gonna go. They're gonna fall backwards because the kinetic energy from that round is gonna push your body backwards, and you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
There ain't no way nobody can explain how Trump could have possibly got hit from the front, go past his ear, and he goes down, but the blood splatter is right down his face.
Right.
Like when you get hit by a bullet, it's instantaneous blood. It ain't no wait a minute, hold on, dog. It's not like you got hit by like you banged your hand on something and then you start bleeding. No, you got hit with a round, a live hot round coming out of a firearm. Like, come on, people, wake up. Wake up. Donald Trump is a master manipulator. That's what he plans on doing. He's trying to manipulate the court of public opinion. Just that's why everybody's talking about Joe Biden's age instead of this man being the current president right now and running things okay right now. Whether you like him or you don't. And I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican, either or. I'm not none of that because I know better. I'm just saying.
Was JFK hit twice?
No, he was allegedly hit once. That's what they told the public.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't want to like put it up because YouTube. I find it on YouTube, but I know if I put it on my channel,
they're gonna block the shit out you.
They're gonna block me and all kinds of. But I'm looking right at it. He leans over to his wife, and then the last shot, bro. This is weird, bro.
It is like that. Look, the way I see it, dog. I ain't meddling in their business no more. I wish that our people would pay more attention to this shit going on and then have a better understanding so they won't say stupid shit like Trump is the answer to our questions. He's not. He's definitely not. He's definitely not. He's trying to attain power by any means necessary. This is ThreatCon 3 in his little chamber of fucking magadom. That's what they're trying to do. Trump is trying to get power, and he's trying to make all of us feel sorry for him. That's the reason why when he got them 34 charges, what's the first thing they said? Ooh, black people all to be able to relate to him. He's got 34 charges. Like we're just like programmed to be fucking criminals. Dude, I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I don't know nothing about no criminal record.
I got a criminal record of first. I'm a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen with combat veteran with 2 combat tours.
Matter of fact, I'm a credit to my community.
Right. You know I came from a 2-parent household. I'm a preacher's kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't relate to any of this stuff.
Nope. So, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope.
But that's what they're saying. They're saying we're predisposed to criminality. That's what they're trying to. And then Donald Trump came, when he seen that shit didn't work, what did he do next? Came out with them ugly ass gold ass shoes. Oh, black people gonna love that. They're gonna buy these shoes. And then you see them push out them daggone coons and they start soft shoeing and tap dancing. Oh, Master Trump. Then now what you got the world talking about now is
here's what I'll say to my community. Here's what I say to my community about what you just said. If you voted for Obama just off a general principle because he was black, okay. You should pay more attention to this vote because you're black. He's rolling out some ugly ass shoes to identify with who. I don't wear those shoes. I don't.
Right. I don't know.
There's a whole lot of things that they say that we relate to. That say they try to relate to us with things that are deemed as negative.
Right.
Like you see them right now putting Donald Trump's face on 50 Cent's old album cover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's funny.
But 50 Cent reposting it like a monkey.
My God.
Because monkey say monkey do. People want attention. Just look at it. Like look at our people right now, dog. This is the reason why I do the videos I do. And this is the reason why I talk the stuff that I talk. Is because my people make me sick sometimes. Sometimes I just like, man, let it happen to him.
Sometimes.
Like, for real, bro. I'm like at the point now the way I'm just worrying about me and mine. That's it.
We talk about this every day, bro.
Facts.
We talk about this every day. Every day we talk about this. I mean,
But we're last of a dying breed, bro. For real, we are last of a dying breed. I actually care about my people, for real.
Yeah, you know, I raise our kids in our image, but outside of that, I mean, look at what's being raised out here. You see what's going on in our community.
Oh yeah.
You see what's happening, and it's disgusting. It's very disgusting, and I get sick on a daily basis, and I hate it. And I need y'all to understand, even holding your vote is co-signing foolishness. Even holding your vote. Now I know people may disagree with me. That's fine. I'm not here to change your mind because I'm accepting that things are the way they are, and I'm not going to look at you crazy. I'm not here to preach to anybody. We're all adults. At the end of the day, do what you feel you have to do. But at the same time, I come from a personal thought process that if you don't do something, put it like this, y'all. Silence is co-signing. Do something. Do something. Because guess what? You don't even have to vote Democrat or Republican. You can vote independent. There's a whole list of candidates. They just don't have they don't have the financial backing that Biden and Trump have. There's guys that are running that you don't even heard of. Just go down the list and they're online, Google them, and they might be the right person for you. Vote for them.
Facts. Do something.
Do something. Don't say, man, this guy, he don't even have a commercial. He have enough money for a poster. I'm not voting for him. We're in the age of technology. They might have a bunch of YouTube videos. Get involved. Do something. I heard a story one day. Got where I heard it from. There's a kid walking on the beach, hot summer day. There was a bunch of starfish. You know, the tide went out, and now the starfish are burning up in the sun, and they're, drowning because they're, the opposite of drowning. They're So the kid grabs one starfish, throws it in the ocean. There's a bunch of them. So there's an miserable old man there. He says, man, look at all these starfish here. They're going to die. You think you're actually going to make a difference? The kid looks at the old man and says, I'm making a difference to this one. Making a difference to this one. And he just start throwing back as many as he could. The moral of the story is he couldn't save all the starfish, but he saved some.
I want to say something, dog. I really do. Because I understand my people. I understand. I hear y'all say it all the time. Man, we should sit at home and sit on the couch. And then the first thing that pops in my head is, when you sit home on the couch, do you think those hillbillies that Trump done brainwash are going to sit home on the couch? While y'all sitting at home and sit on your vote? They're going to be in the polls.
They're going to be polls. And let me tell you how crazy it is. Trump's his laws benefit the wealthy.
Yes.
And that don't discriminate. There's black wealthy people that voted for Trump because why? It affected their bottom line. They've made more money under the Trump laws. So I get it. I understand. But do you know, by way of tribalism, those old hillbillies who don't have 13 cents to their name living in trailer parks, those laws don't help them. However, by way of tribalism, they ran out and voted for Trump because they did 8 years of Obama. They couldn't stand his black face. And just like a lot of us, my people, these people ran to the polls and voted for Obama by way of tribalism. These hillbillies ran and voted Trump by way of tribalism. And Trump is the furthest thing from them. They are the furthest thing from Trump. Those laws didn't affect them. What's the difference between a trailer park trash and some Negro in the projects? Ain't no difference.
Nope.
They both broke. And they're both worthless. But those hillbillies go out and get to the polls. And when the black people tried to get to the polls, they spent more time creating barriers for us to not vote than it did for the hillbillies.
Hey, so, Drew, yeah. I just sent a comment. Young Deezy said that I'm sorry, but I'm done with Biden, and Kamala will be worse. Cause I'm gonna break something down to you. You think that's bad? You need to go read Project 2025. and then come back and talk to me. I'll be more than happy to engage in a conversation with you, bro. Really go look Project 2025 I'm just gonna give you a synopsis of what it is. Basically, I'm gonna give you an overall view of what this thing is. It's a neo-fascist Christian view of changing this country to model after rich white straight men, period. The end of story. And to retain all powers and to take all powers from all three branches of government and condense them down to the executive branch. Don't believe me? Go read it. To make the office of the president absolute power. They already done started in the Supreme Court by saying that he has absolute immunity against anything. That means he can order a SEAL Team 6 to go kill his political rivals to make sure he stays in power, just like Putin. So before you say I would heed you saying Joe Biden and Kamala is worse, when you got Trump right here who wants to be a freaking dictator and he got all the pieces in place. So when he gets installed in power, he's gonna take away every right. Look, you think they just gonna stop with Roe versus Wade, bro? You think they're gonna stop with Roe versus Wade? You think they ain't gonna go with Brown versus Board of Education? You think they ain't gonna take on the Civil Rights Act? They're gonna try and claim some white discrimination because black people got some rights, even though we was fighting slave codes and Jim Crow laws. Come on, man.
Now, no, I hear you, look, Dizzy. I hear you, Dizzy.
Hold on, Drew. I got him. Since he think it's a scare tactic. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. I still got it. I got it. I tell you what, since I'm using scare tactics, click on this and tell me, am I using a scare tactic now? Because that's real. I don't care nothing about no scare tactics. I went and researched it myself. 922 pages of it, and it's got 4 different pillars of them condensing down all 3 branches of government down into one branch, the executive branch, giving the president absolute power. And the only people that can serve under him are his loyalists. Don't believe me? Click on it. Ain't no Democrats bringing no illegals here. We have a law of asylum here. See, you don't understand the law of the land. Y'all saying the same shit that Republicans been spewing in your ear the whole time, and you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why I don't like talking politics with black folk. Y'all don't know what the hell you talking about. Y'all just lost.
Where can we go where we could look at exactly what you're talking about so we can interpret it properly?
Look at the executive office of the President of the United States. That one. Right up on the Section 1, Title 2. Right there. Go look.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Look. It gives you a whole breakdown right there of all the stuff right there. Read it. Article 2 gives president right. Look, you've heard Donald Trump say this multiple times. Article 2 tells me I could do whatever I want because I'm the president. They're going to make it come to life. Am I a Democrat? Shit, did you not hear nothing I said, Young Deezy? This is the reason why I don't talk politics with y'all. Because y'all niggas don't understand. I literally just sat up here and told you I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I am a realist. I look at the facts. Period. Because remember this, when you sit your ass at home, you're not just sitting home for you. You're sitting home for your kids, for your grandkids, and your great-grandkids. Because the laws that they pass are going to be in place for a long, long time. And we'll be dead and gone before they get overturned. So keep playing with this game of I'm going to sit at home. I ain't going to do nothing. And see, man, so you think the Republicans are a better answer? You think the redneck party of today, the Dixiecrats of today is the better party, bro? You mean to tell me the same Republicans that blocked the bill that would have turned away those illegal immigrants you complaining about are the answer to your question, bro? You really want to do this game with me? You don't want to do this game with me, bro.
Hey, yo, hold on, y'all.
Read it, Drew.
I gotta read this, bro.
Read it.
Hold on, let me pin this.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, local elections, they count right now until you have a dictator telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Y'all play with this shit if you want to. Don't listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to me. I ain't forcing nobody. I ain't holding no gun to your head. I ain't telling you what to do. I told you I'm neither Democrat nor I'm Republican. The reason why the Democrats are acting the way they are is because they're afraid that in the matter that if Joe Biden can't perform his duties anymore, that guess who's gonna be in charge now? A black woman, whether you like her or not. And the racist Democrats do not want that shit to happen. They don't. So tell me again, am I a Democrat?
Let me read this real quick. That enormous power is not vested in departments or agencies, in staff or administrative bodies, in non-governmental organizations or other equities, and in interests close to the government. The president must set and enforce a plan for the executive branch. Sadly, however, the president today assumes office to find a sprawling federal bureaucracy that all too often is carrying out its own policy, plans, and preferences, and worse yet, the policy plans and preferences of radical, supposedly woke faction in the country. You know what they're talking about right there, y'all? You know what they're talking about right there? And let me move this for a second. That's the complaint. Y'all remember a few, like last year, when we got mad when Biden had those fairies bouncing around on the White House lawn?
Right.
Remember that? So when they use that term woke, they're talking about things that get away from true core biblical values that America was based off of. The biblical stuff.
America is not a Christian nation.
It's
period.
not. But when it was a hostile takeover, that's what we began as.
Yep.
When it became a hostile takeover. Because it was hostile. It was hostile. Because this is red ground. It's red ground. Seminole ground. So, which is my bloodline, by the way. Salute. When they say woke, you know what they're lumping up in? They're lumping in the homosexual thing. Anything that, any idea that we come up with as black people. You know, when Ice Cube put together that plan for black people and went to Trump after he wanted to say, look, let's work something out. All of that stuff they consider woke.
Yeah. Hey, Drew, you know, I done heard people like Nas. I done heard a whole bunch of people who so-called celebrities talk about illegal immigration here in this country. I done heard them say all that. These same Negroes fail to mention is that they passed a bipartisan bill that they agreed with the Republicans on, that they turned down because Trump said, no, I want illegal immigration to be something that to be my hot button talking point. So when I go out on my campaign, I can win this election because I can make all these people complaining about illegal immigration. I can make them come over to my side because I can tell them I'm going to ship everybody out of this country when he ain't got no intention of doing that. He had 4 years in office. Where's the ban at then? They were still getting in this country the same way they're getting in now. Where?
They've been here.
You know why there's illegal immigration here in the United States? Because they contribute to the GDP.
If anything, they're looking to replace us.
Ask Georgia what happened when they tried to ban all the doggone illegal immigrants there. They were doing all these big, massive raids in Georgia in 2017 and 2018. Ask them what happened. They hurry up and changed course and got them illegal immigrants back up in there because there wasn't nobody to build them houses for or lay that damn asphalt for them. There wasn't nobody to pick that damn fruit. And the agriculture business went down in the toilet and they lost billions of dollars. Don't believe me? Go look it up. You ain't got to take my word for it. What I say is strictly my opinion based on fact. All you have to do is go look at the information that I'm telling you yourself. You ain't got to listen to me, dog. You here arguing with the wrong one. I'm on your side. I'm telling you the reason why things are the way they are is because they can use and easily manipulate information to you, and you think that what Donald Trump said, Donald Trump gonna end illegal immigration. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. This man said Mexico gonna pay for the wall. What happened to that? Didn't happen. He's gonna build a wall. Didn't happen. Y'all, man, y'all don't understand. These politicians will tell you any kind of lie to make you think that they gonna be on your side when these motherfuckers ain't presented nothing substantive to black folks whatsoever. And we've been bailing this country out left and right. I'm talking about not only at the polls, but on the combat field too. And you're gonna sit here and tell me, somebody who done been in the military, who my godfather sits on the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and I can call him anytime I want to talk to him. And he can tell me what I need to know, just like I talked to him yesterday. You mean to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, brother? For real. I don't think you want to do that, Brody. I don't. And I'm not coming down on you, though. I'm just telling you, just ill-informed because you don't know what you're talking about. Much like a whole bunch of black folks like Nas who don't know what the hell they talking about. Y'all mad. Nas mad because they're busing illegal immigrants up to New York. How are they getting there? You better go ask Ron DeSantis and roll them up scooter down in Texas. You better go ask them too how they getting up because they busting them up there. That's human trafficking. But y'all ain't talking about that. Oh, Drew, you want to know something? The Republican National Committee was today. Guess what the lesson I learned today?
What's that?
No matter how much soft shoeing, buck dancing, tap dancing, butter biscuit swallowing that Tim Scott did, guess where he ended up at? Back at the house.
Back at the house, exactly. With his teeth. I want to show y'all this. Those are everyone who dropped out, independent third party. There go to Brother Cornel West.
Mm-hmm.
Go that direction. He's 72 years old. He's from New York. I can see. I've seen him many times walking around in Harlem. He's running for president. Did y'all know that?
Jill Stein is a Russian puppet too. Don't even vote for her. Don't even waste your time on her. She's been proven to be a Russian puppet.
Yep.
Research. That's all you got to do is research these people.
Chase Oliver, do the research, ladies and gentlemen. Used to be a Democrat. These are the independents right here. You have options, man. You don't have to go Biden or you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Y'all didn't even know Cornel West was running, did y'all? You have options, man. But please don't sit at home and don't say my vote don't matter. Remember the starfish analogy. Do something.
Hey, Drew, I got a question for you. If your vote didn't matter, then why in the hell are they trying to gut the voters' right bill? Why are they trying to purge votes in Georgia? Why are they trying to purge votes in Illinois?
If your vote don't matter, what happens if they say, all right, black people, if you haven't voted in the last 3 votes, we're just going to snatch it away from you. If we can prove that you didn't vote, we're just going to take away your right to vote. Are you cool with that? Are you going to fight for your right to vote? You're going to vote when it affects you? No. What if they just take it from you? Listen, I'm old school when it comes to this. My parents, what year was women allowed to vote?
That was the suffrage movement. Hold on, let me look. Let me look. Google is your friend, because I ain't gonna tell no lie.
Let me see. What year was women's right to vote?
June 4th, 1919.
June 4th of 1919. You know my grandmother was alive?
My grandfather too.
Okay.
My great-grandmother was too.
Uh-huh. When were black people allowed to vote?
Oh, sheesh.
I'm asking for a friend. It was
1965.
Listen, y'all. Say that one more time. Black people were allowed to vote in what year?
1965. My daddy was born in 1953. My mom was born in 1955.
Motherfucker, I was born 10 years later.
And I was born a couple years after you.
My brother was born 5 years after that.
My big brother was born in 1973.
Years after that.
73.
Listen,
I'm 45 years old. Wow.
Listen, y'all. 1965. Black people were just now allowed to vote in 65.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. There's music older. There's classic music that was around before black people were allowed to go to the polls and vote.
Without having to pay a poll tax or being publicly executed. Yeah.
And they were chasing black people in the South. I ain't want to get into it, bro.
Oh boy, I can tell you some stories that my granddaddy told me.
I can tell you some stories that my aunts who are in their 80s have told me. Y'all understand that? My mother and father were born way before that. You mean to tell me that they didn't have the right to vote until 65? Do you see why they look at all of this stuff, all this shucking and jiving? They call it shucking and jiving. We call it cooning.
Samboing.
Samboing. All of this stuff that we take advantage of, my parents didn't have it. 65, we was just able to vote in 65. There's brothers, oh my God, man. My older cousin was born in 68. I have two cousins, one born in 68, 1969. I
have a few cousins born in 68, 69. My cousin Karen born in 68.
Because I'm not the oldest cousin. I'm one of the younger ones. And
I'm one of the younger ones too.
I have cousins that were born in 64, 65. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. I got a cousin that works in DC that I talk to all the time. I got a cousin that works there right now. My cousin Grandin works there now. You can tell me and him have very, very good. We have great conversation because I ask questions. You know what I mean? I ask questions. Like, man, for real, my grandfather, my great grandmother was born in 1889. My grandfather was born in 1909. My grandmother, my dad's mom, was born in 1913. So I think they would know a thing or two how things were coming up back in those days.
Hold on. Because my grandma's birthday is coming up. She's been gone, though. She died in the 80s. But what did my dad say? She'd have been 102 this August 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see something. Is that correct?
My grandfather was 93 years old when he died.
Yeah, I think my grandma was born in 1921, 1922, something like that. Bro, this is some serious stuff we're talking about here. That's why I don't want to go back and forth with the brothers that be like, oh, I don't vote.
Right.
It hits me different. It hits me a little different. So I don't try to engage, you know what I'm saying, with that, because I look at it different. But really think about this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't want him to think I was just trying to come down on him hard or nothing like that. I'm just saying that most black people who try to talk politics don't know what they're talking about. That's all I'm saying. No knock against him, no knock against the brother. You're, like I said, you don't have to listen to what I have to say. All you have to do is just make an educated decision, because you're not only making a decision for yourself, you're making a decision for your kids or your grandkids. Like, they're gonna be here after these laws are passed. They're gonna be here after that.
Reef says it was 1868, but there were various voting rights bills for us beginning in the 1920s. It was 1965 when the Civil Rights Voting Bill, as we know it, was signed into law. So all of that shit, damn near 100 years.
Right.
Damn near 100 years.
That's what Fannie Lou Hamer fought for.
You know what I'm saying? In 1965, we just now got it together. Because we were considered human by way of the Constitution. What was we, like 3/4 of a human?
Right. 3/5 of a human being.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Like Drew, like most of the stuff you know about Black history, most people have learned it when they were well up in age and they got grown. Like myself, I didn't really learn about real Black history until I got grown. I'm talking about my late 20s, early 30s. I'm learning about real Black history. Juneteenth, I learned it when I was 29 years old. I ain't ashamed to tell nobody. I didn't know what Juneteenth was because we weren't taught that.
No, we weren't. We have to find our history.
Exactly.
And he who wins the war tells us our stories. That's why, in Texas, when they tried to call the slave trade Africans migrating to the United States for a better life, that's bullshit. And if the parents didn't read those social studies books, they'd have got away with that.
Sheesh.
That's why you got to read the literature. But that's my point with the 1965 thing is that it took them until 1965 to just say, okay, good, you can vote. But we had to go through all of this red tape because why? We're black. Sidebar, if you think that boxing isn't direct reflection on how black people are treated, I got smoke for y'all tomorrow morning. I'm gonna make more points. I'm gonna make more points, and I'm not taking my foot off the gas. I'm not taking my foot off the gas on Brian Garcia until that dude's in the grave. And I'm not talking about killing him or nothing crazy like that. I'm saying I'm gonna mention everything that he said until the day somebody dies, whether it be me or him. I'm never gonna let y'all forget what he said, because it's been a week, not a week. It's been a few days, and already we're on to clowning Shakur. I'm not on that type of time anymore. I'm done with that. Let's get back to Ryan and what Tiafimo said. Let's get back to that. I'm not letting y'all forget that.
Facts.
I'm not letting you forget it. We already know about Shakur. We knew this was going to happen to Shakur. We knew that already. We knew he'd get his Negro rape up call. Watch this. Where the Puerto Rican fans standing in the pocket for him? Sorry. Here I am again, just pointing out, saying, look what they did to Shakur. Look now. There you go. Okay, so black again, like BFTB said. Welcome black. So now we here. We cool in the gang. Look at our brother Night Train. He said, I was born in 1958. I still remember the colored water faucets in the bathroom, bro.
Tell him, King.
My aunts told me some shit in the South. Getting chased with guns and all that shit by white men. Chasing girls, black girls.
Oh, I'll tell you a story real quick. My dad told me. My dad used to play football in high school, right? My dad was pretty good. Really, really good. My dad can draw really, really good. There was this white kid who didn't like the fact that he was very athletic and he can draw pretty good. Because at the time, he was trying to court my mom. And there was this white chick that liked my dad. Well, the white guy cornered my dad in the bathroom and spit in his face. There was absolutely nothing that he could do about that at all. Because guess what? My dad didn't do anything. And the white kid went home and lied too. And my granddad and his brothers, all of them had to come up to that school because my dad went to, after they let go of the segregation when my dad went to high school. That's when schools got unsegregated and all that. There was mixing schools. They were all like white and black schools like that. And like my dad was so used to going to a segregated school because it was just black people in the school.
Yeah.
And he wasn't used to that. He didn't know how to react to it. So he told my grandfather. My grandfather and his brothers went up there. And man, there was so many race fights at that school. It was ridiculous. We had a race fight at our high school. Many years later. How can my dad and myself both fight in race fights in high school? Tell me how that worked, dog. I'm telling y'all, race, something disgusting in this country. And that's the reason why I'm as adamant and as vocal as I am about everything that I'm saying. That's why I'm as passionate as I am about what I'm saying, because I want us to be more informed before we start spewing right wing. There's a reason why there's right wing freaking writers all up in rap websites, all up in where black people congregate. There's a reason why you can pop on The Source or World Star Hip Hop and you'll see some red wing freaking article pop up about Donald Trump and the Republicans. And then you'll hear a whole gang of black people go out. It's because it's called positioning. It's a tool used in marketing to change the optics of how something looks to the congregation or the niche of people they're trying to reach, which is black people. You don't go to a rap website to reach white people. You go to a rap website to go and reach us.
Yeah.
And the majority of the black people that are talking politics are saying the same exact thing that people like Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens and Jesse Lee Peterson and all these other goofballs and Mark Burns and all these goofy dumbasses out here saying. They're saying the same exact thing. I wonder why they all sound the same. And then come back and talk to me. That's all I'm telling y'all. Black people, as far as politics is concerned and how this shit works in this country, we're lost because we've been blinded to it. It's not our fault. But we've been blinded to it. But soon as somebody try to tell y'all something, you don't want to believe the blackface telling you. You're gonna believe that white man lying to your motherfucking face, and then you'll get mad at me for trying to tell you the truth. I'm only trying to tell you the truth. I ain't telling you who to vote for. Me, I choose who's gonna better benefit my beliefs and my ideals the closest. I'll vote for that person. I don't care what party they are. As long as you being right there to I know it's gonna benefit me, my family, and I know my kids can benefit from it in the future. I'm with it. That's how I vote. I vote with my conscience. I vote with my research. Research over me search. Go and research the stuff. Look it up. Like Drew says, go look the shit up. It's right there on Google. You can go look this stuff up, man.
Well, I pinned it. I pinned it at the top. I need everyone in the chat. Go to the pin. It's up there. Just pull it up. If you're on your phone, just pull it up and save it and read it at your own leisure. Read it at your own leisure. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, pull up a window and save it and just read. It's 922 pages. Read it, man.
You need to.
Because when all of these funny things start happening, you're like, well, damn, I ain't vote for this. They tell you what they finna do right there.
Hey, Drew, there's
they can put it in the book.
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Drew. There's a reason why J.D. Vance is the vice president. And the reason is because he said if it had been him versus Mike Pence, he would have went along with the scheme for Donald Trump to hold him in power with the fake electors and all that. That's the only reason why he's vice president.
Wow.
So there you go. Right there. Go look it up. J.D. Vance is trending on Twitter right now. Since y'all don't believe shit I say.
And listen, man, he was dragging Trump when he was in office. Dragging him. They have the audio. I was just watching MSNBC. No tricks there because I know that's a Democrat station. But they were playing the audio and video of him. I said, wait a minute. I remember it took me a second because he has a full beard now, which is not very president-like.
Nope.
Or vice president. But I'm like, is that a disguise now? I said, I remember this guy, and I remember him dragging Trump.
All of them and everything.
Man. Boxer Fan times 4. He says Candace Owens got reminded by Master Shapiro. Bro, this political game is different, bro. This political game is different.
It's crazy, bro. It really is. It's a game of mind fucking everybody. Like, if you got to learn how to differentiate. Like, look, I don't watch CNN. The only probably news station I watch from time to time, I watch Joy Reid, or I'll watch the other chick on MSNBC. I'll watch HLN or C-SPAN. I don't watch none of these mainstream networks because I already know they bought and paid for by people. I already know that. I go and I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'll turn all the rest of them off. I hardly ever watch TV. I do. I'll do it purposely.
You don't watch what the UK has to say about us? That's funny sometimes.
Oh, I listen to Piers Morgan sometimes because he's funny. Because he's a whole damn goofball. But you know,
yeah, let me talk to the trolls real quick. When I say watch the BBC, I'm talking about what they're saying about America and England. Not what you know I got in between my legs, you foulers. You weirdos.
Oh, God.
BBC is the news network out there. Not what Drew Titan got in between his legs. You weirdos.
Fucking goofball.
Fucking.
Oh, and shout out to Straight Drop, too.
What are you, a homo?
Get your mind out the gutter, nasty asses.
Nasties. Hey, shout out to Straight Drop too. Me, I'm cutting down this motherfucking weight like it ain't no joke.
Yeah, man.
When y'all ever see me wear a wife beater on camera? Ever?
How much weight you lost?
Oh, 26 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
I lost 26 pounds. Black want me to do a video. I just ain't got around to do it. I gotta do it though. But I've lost 26 pounds. You can see it on my face. My face used to be chunky.
Yeah.
But I done lost. I'm losing weight like a motherfucker. And it's good weight too. I want to stay. I'm at 185 now. I started at 207. I'm thinking like 81. I'm like 183, 185, somewhere there. Yeah. Y'all better get that Straight Drop.
Meetup is 2 weeks away, man.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to look good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah.
I'm locked and ready to go, man. I can't wait, man.
Oh man, I can't wait, dog. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to meet you in person. I ain't get to meet you in person yet. We was going
2 years ago, they effed off my damn flight, man. I was mad as hell, man.
No, but before that though, remember when you was in Florida when I was gonna drive up to meet you?
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah, but now we finna get this cracking though. It's all good. Plus, you get to meet the queen too, so yeah, she's coming with me.
Loaded. I'm be out there on Thursday.
Me too.
Coming out on Thursday.
Me too. I'll be there Thursday, probably early Thursday afternoon.
I'm staying in the same hotel with actual events happening. So
I will. I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes, let you know what room I'm in and shit. So
no doubt. As a matter of fact, let's hit him with this.
Zooming through the skies to infinity and beyond, no idea where I'm finna be. Can only hold out for hope of safe landings, but it's in, I'm gonna take what I'm handed. They gawking up at the sky like, it's a bird, it's a plane, oh my god, it's a being up this high, it was always the plan. At the end of the day, it's just me and my gang. It's just me and my gang. It's just me and my kid. Simple syllabic sonics written about the subject. Supersonic speed, the way people get on it. Sick of infinitesimal problems, slipping through cracks in my conscience. If this beat was a prison, then I'm a convict. I leave the tracks.
We in this thing.
Oh yeah, we in there. Y'all, hey, look, I'm one of the ones on the planning committee for the LDBC family reunion. I'm going to tell y'all this now. You don't know who's going to show up. I would strongly advise you, and I mean very, very strongly advise, get your tickets, because yours truly is going to be the MC, me. I'm going to be the guy walking around the microphone talking trash to everybody. So you don't know who you're going to see there. It's going to be fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to vibe. It's going to be a whole vibe anyway. It's always a vibe when the LDBC is together anyway. It's always a vibe. So I'm telling you, get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. Y'all can see Mahari get dunked on by Junior the Truth. Y'all can see, you never know what's gonna see, bro.
I can't wait to watch that game, man.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Hey, Drew, we gotta commentate that game together, bro. We gotta commentate that game together. We gotta do that together. I can't wait to see that one, G. I can't wait, dog. Man,
we're gonna be taking friendly bets, man.
Oh yeah,
wait,
y'all already know, man. Y'all already know it's up, bro. I'm so excited now, bro. You just literally just changed my mood just talking about that. I feel a whole lot better now because I know I'm gonna be around my family, and I already know it's gonna be up when we together. Like that's just what it is. Y'all don't.
Yeah. Plus, we don't know the celebrities that might slide through. We don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. I'm telling y'all, we put this thing together. And I mean, shout out to everybody on the committee, Junior, Queen 71, everybody on the team 78, everybody. We've been locked in. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no half-ass thing that we did. And shout out to Chris Ruffin too, gonna be doing the food and shit. So yeah, we got everything on lock. So bring your asses. I don't know what y'all waiting on. You got a couple of weeks left. You got 2 weeks and 2 weeks and 2 weeks and 4 days till the meet and greet. Y'all better get your tickets. I don't know what y'all waiting on.
And I don't know who. Listen, man. Me and you, we're gonna bust some spades. We're gonna bust everybody's ass.
Oh yeah.
Killing everybody. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Wait.
Killing everybody, man. Yo, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta eat, man. I'm hungry as hell.
And I gotta go take a shower and go to bed. I gotta work in the morning. So.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna kill him in the morning. Let them know how they can find you, good brother.
Hey, y'all can follow me right here on YouTube. I am Trill Will. Trill Will LDBC or nothing. I changed my name because it's LDBC or nothing. Or you can find me on Instagram. I_am_ill_will. Twitter, same thing. I am ill will. All the underscores and stuff too. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all support my brother Drew Titan with Pep Talk. Also, the Bear Cave. Can't wait till he bring that back. That's one of my favorite shows, bro.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Brian
show,
interrupted my whole flow with that, man. But you know,
yeah,
it's business.
Stay on that helmet, bro. Already.
No doubt, man. So
shout out to the mighty LDBC though. You know what I'm saying?
It is, man. So I'll be back during the week. More Pep Talk Wednesday and Friday. And stay on the lookout for some Bear Cave entertainment. I know what I'm gonna do with the channel. I'm gonna start just releasing premieres and things of that nature. But yeah, man, we up. Y'all make sure y'all take it gently.